Hi, and happy Monday. I'm Janet Leonard. I'm the founder and CEO of Virtual Instructor. And every Monday, I do a 15-minute tip or trick on software tools or cool websites. So today, I'm going to talk to you about a website that somebody told me about. It's called Capwing, and it's for editing videos. So if you've been following any of my Monday Lives several weeks ago, I showed you how to do videos in Canva, which is really fun. So there's lots of different sites out there, but this one's kind of fun. The reason I thought this might be nice is they actually have a free version. Of course, they have a paid version, but their free version lets you download 3 videos a month without a watermark. Now, the caveat is they are pretty small. So they're like 30 seconds or less probably, but I went ahead and played with it a bit and it's kind of fun. So I'm going to do a demonstration just in case it might be a site that you find helpful. All right, before we get started, we'll do just a little bit of housekeeping over at our site, virtualinstructor.com. If you like these Monday Lives, I do them every Monday at 11 for Pacific for 15 minutes. So you can go to our site and on the homepage, you can see our Monday Live calendar of topics. So today you can see I'm going to talk about, oh, and by the way, if you want to sign up and get a reminder like 1 hour before, we don't spam you anything like that. It's just a hi there. Hi, Terry. It's just a reminder so that if you like these topics, you don't miss them. So today we're going to talk about this capwing.com. Next week, if you're an Outlook user and you haven't been using the notes feature, those are pretty cool. I use them all the time. So I'll show you some tricks with that. And then I've had a lot of people ask me, how can I create a video where if I have to read something, I don't look like I'm reading? Now, they do have teleprompter apps and things like that, but I'm going to show you some tricks if you're a Zoom user, how you can use Zoom to record videos and you can make it so that they can't tell that you're actually reading your content. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and pop over to capwing.com. So I created a free account and I have 2 copies. So my husband and I recently went on a cruise, and one day of the cruise, we actually went into San Francisco. So we went under the Golden Gate Bridge. So of course I filmed it and it was a lot of fun. So the first thing I'm going to show you is an edited version of what I took from my iPhone. And it was like 9 minutes and I cut it down to 22 seconds. Now, I thought I was going to be able to get away with having that as a short video. Even though you edit something, whatever the size is that's uploaded is what they talk about. So you'll see if you do work with a larger video, you will have to upgrade to their paid or pro version if you want to use that video. So then what I did was I cheated and I went over to another program. I am a Camtasia person, went in there, edited it down to like 21 seconds, uploaded that, and Capwing was happy. And then I was able to export it without having to upgrade. So I'm going to show you all those little tricks. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is kind of crazy. I just did it so you can see a lot of the things that you can add to it. I'm hoping you'll be able to hear the sound because it's kind of fun. We went on a princess cruise. And so when you leave the port, they actually play the Love Boat song for a little bit on the horn. So I hope you get to hear it. So I'm going to go over to this one. This one has all the crazy stuff. And I'm just going into that video. Now, this is where I did the editing. And I'm just going to play it. And then I'll show you how easy it is to add all these little extra things. So I'm just going to play it here. It's only 22 seconds. All right, so that's a little video I did, and that's the one that was originally like 9 minutes, and I just split it and cut it down. Now, when you go to export a video, it came up and it said, hey, you got to upgrade to their pro because the video that I uploaded, if I go over to the little media area, you'll see this video is 9 minutes. So even though I edited it down to 22 seconds, that didn't make it for the free version. So just a little note for you. So that's where I said, okay, fine, be that way. And I cut it down to 21 seconds, uploaded it, and then I was able to export it. And I'll show you how to do that. So these are all the crazy little things you can add. There's lots of different ones. I'm going to go back to the My folder, and now I'll bring up the one that I did where it's only, whoops, I'll stop it. You don't need to hear that again. I'll stop that one. And I want to go ahead and edit that. So let me go back. I went the go into here, and I want to edit that instead. There we go. So I actually did take the sound from one of my other recordings. So I imported that as an audio file. And then what's kind of neat about this is I went to audio over here and I uploaded it. So that's how I got that. And I'm going to show you, they give you a whole bunch of different audio options that you can have. But with this one is the one I actually uploaded. So what's kind of cool about this is over at the far right, I've got edit, and then I've got timing, and then I have effects. And so I wanted it to kind of fade in and out. So all I had to do is click on fade, and then I just told it to do the default, not slow or fast, which you can play with. And instead of just doing the intro or just the outro, I told it to do both. So that's why you hear it kind of quiet as it starts. Then you get the nice loud, horns or whatever, and then it kind of fades out. So then you can also, just to show you that in the audio portion, you can choose different types of music that you want. So if you want it happy, you could click on that, and then you can scroll down and look at all these different songs that you can put in. If you want happy, if you want energy, I'm not going to go through all of them for you, but it gives you a whole variety. So then you would just pick whichever one you want. If you want to sample it, you just click on it, and then you get to hear what it is. And if you want it, you would just click and drag it down in here, and then it would become part of your video. So that's kind of fun. Now I'll go back over to the text, and with the text, I added anniversary cruise. So I'm just going to click on, and you can choose any size. You can always resize them. So I just chose the first one, and I'm just going to keep it a sample text, keep it nice and simple, so you don't have to do a lot of typing. Oh, and if you accidentally move your video, just put it back and then click until you get your thing that you want to move. And I think now I can move it. Let's see. Well, I'll click on it. It worked easier before, but I'll just change this right now, and then we'll see if we can move it. So I'm going to select this text, and then over here, you get to choose whatever color you want. So I'm going to make it blue, but I think I'll put a text outline around it. And then they have other things you can do. You can animate it. So I could have it kind of drop in. Oh, whoops. Sorry, it starts running it. Flicker, fade, a whole variety of things that you can do. So I'm just going to try to cheat and move this around this way, see if I can get it to go where I want. And so there's some text that you can add. Of course, you can add as many other things as you want. Now, down toward the bottom, all I did was go to this little divider line between where you see the video and then you start to see all the editing area. And I get this double-headed arrow. So I just moved it up so I can have more, I can see more of the different layers that are part of this video. So this is what they call a playhead. And as you drag it around, you get to see how long that's going to show up, and then it goes away. See that? So if you click on whatever element you add, then you can come back over and take a look at what options they have. So I can go over to the effects, and I can have a drop shadow if I wanted to. And then they have timing where you can tell it how far you want, or you can just drag it yourself, whatever you'd like. So then another thing that I did, which was kind of fun, is I went over to elements, and they have lots of different elements. And obviously I'm not going to cover everything in 15 minutes, but the elements are kind of fun. So here are emojis. They've got a progress bar, if I could read, waveforms, backgrounds, squares, and then they have a fun swipe up and twinkle. So I'm going to do emojis first, just to show you. And when you like emojis, you can click on view all, and then look at all these emojis you have that you can bring in. So I will just bring in, I'll just bring in this fun one. How's that? So let me go back to emojis. Looks like I did it wrong. So Let's go back over to this one, and I'll just drop it over here. Let's see if that will. Well, let's see. It was working fine earlier when I was playing with it. So let's see what I did. Let's just try just double click, minor detail or single click. I'm going to just hit the delete key to get rid of one of them. So now I can move this little guy, and maybe I want to have another one. I don't know. I'll just bring this one in. So single click is all you have to do. And maybe I want this one to start a little bit later. So all I do is kind of drag it. And then you can also, again, you've got all these different options over here. And then maybe like around here, I'm going to get a little crazy. And I'm going to go back to elements. So you can see it's pretty easy. You just kind of look around to see what they've got. And then down toward the bottom, this is fun. They've got this swipe up. So if you want to like have people look at something, so I'm going to click view all, and they have all these different swipe ups things that you can do, right? So I chose this guy who jumps. So I'm going to click on him, and here he is jumping. And then I can always resize it to whatever it is that I want and move him around to wherever I want him to be doing that. So, and then I'll move over and I'll show you one other thing. Let's put text in here. We'll just put in another text. I'll scroll on up and I'll put in, how about welcome to San Francisco. I'll just put in San Francisco. San Francisco. Okay. Then we'll select this, and then I will change the font to make it white so it shows up a little bit better. This time, let's just put a little effect of a drop shadow so it shows up a little bit better. And this time I'm able to move it. Yay. So here, and then I'll do one more element, which is kind of fun. Way down toward the bottom, they have this twinkle, which is kind of fun. So there's all these different types of twinkles that you can have. So maybe I like this twinkle. So I'm going to put that twinkle in, and then, yeah, I could have it go for the entire video. But hopefully that gives you some ideas of some kind of fun things that you can do. Now we'll go back over, and I didn't go all the way out, but we'll just play it now so you can see. So here's sample text. Now you have the one emoji, two emojis, little guy jumping. And then we just have San Francisco. So that's kind of fun. All right. Now, the final thing we'll talk about before we wrap up today is, remember, see, they're always, just like any site, they're always going to try to get you to upgrade, right? But if you're saying, well, yeah, I want to take advantage of the 3 free videos a month that I can export, then you have to make sure that it's less than, I think it's 6 meg. So I made a mistake. Okay, well, I did this, but problem is, if you qualify to be the free video and you click export, it doesn't give you an option to say, I didn't really want to do that yet. So I have just used up my second watermark free one for the month. So just be aware of that. And of course, you can always upgrade on there. So just be aware of that if you do that, you're going to use up your freebies pretty quickly. All right, so they have just a lot of fun things, and you can go over to their .com. I'm just going to go to capwing.com instead. And okay, I'm going to go through incognito so we can go see that. So I'll go to capwing.com. And then this is where you can see more about what they do. And their editing. It's actually a pretty darn easy program. I was able to get up to speed pretty quickly, but they have lots of fun things. So if it looks like it's something that you might be interested, just go check it out. I'm not affiliated with this. It's just somebody told me about it, and I thought I would share it with y'all. All righty, so let's get back over here. I hope you had fun watching this editing tool. And if it's helpful, great. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.